Williams.
Bring this BS to an end. Come on.
Bad, 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 bad boy. You make me feel so good.
Bad
You know
boy.
you make me feel so good. You know you make me feel so good.
R&B and hip-hop artists made use of Hype's images to gain access to MTV and reach the millions of white record buyers who watched it.
I wouldn't change you if I could.
The artist gave me free reign to paint the pictures I wanted to paint, and as a result, I sold millions and millions and millions of records. So they kind of opened up the vault, so to speak, and they just really allowed the image to be monumental. And everybody wanted, you know, a $2 million Hype Williams music video.
The biggest thing about Hype was that he made you look like a star.
Mm-hmm.
As long as Hype did the video, you were good, you know.
Hey, let's
just
break some champagne.
Just slow motion.
Shake some champagne and pour a little on the floor. We're in.
Yeah, we're in. Cue the babes.
There we go. Yeah, we gotta have the babes.
Gotta have the babes.
You know you make me feel so good.
That's what we do.
In 1997, Hype Williams made an experimental film that launched the career of an artist whose left-field music merged hip-hop and soul with futuristic electronica, Missy Elliott.
Me, I'm super fly, super duper fly, super duper fly. Me, I'm super fly, super duper fly.
No one understood who Missy was image-wise. The record company really felt that we were making a mistake. And it was only through myself and Missy Elliott who really saw that there was a moment here to do something great.
When the rain hits my window, I take in me some, me and Timberland, ooh, we sang a jangle. We so tight that you get our styles tangled. Sway your do-si-do like you loco. Can we get kinky tonight like Coco? So, you wanna play with my yo-yo? I smoke my on the D-Lo. I can't stand her. It's my window. I can't stand her.
The rain created a persona for Missy where Missy wasn't a rapper anymore. It wasn't hip-hop. It was like this really space-age soul music, almost like what George Clinton did with Parliament Funkadelic in the 70s. So Hype's videos liberated her to be very different, to be very probing, to be very innovative.
I'm driving to the beach, top down, loud sound, see my piece. Give them pounds now, look who it be. It be me and Timothy. Look like.
At the heart of the Rain's sound was the musical partnership of Missy Elliott and the visionary producer Timbaland. His innovative production techniques reinvented rhythm, and elements of his sound have dominated R&B in the last decade.
I think Timbaland and Missy really began to redefine what an R&B track is, because he's putting the drums in these weird places, kind of falling wherever he wants them to fall. They completely like atomize the whole notion of what funk is, what rhythm is, because it becomes this polyrhythmic animal.
8, 9, 10, 9, 10 begins. I sit on hills like Lauren until the rain starts coming down and pouring. Have me, yes, you lucky, yes, you lucky.
I mean, it shouldn't work, but it does. I mean, it's not at the margins. It's like squarely right at the top of the pop charts, but it's as innovative as kind of geeky, intellectual electronica.
Having found a look for Missy Elliott that matched her musical uniqueness, Hype Williams went on directing promos for most of the leading R&B artists, including Mary J. Blige, providing an exotic setting for the video to her single, Everything.
I've known Mary for a long time, but the thing I remember most about Mary was just how powerful she seemed in front of a camera. I just remember thinking to myself that it couldn't get much better than this.
It's all because of you. I'm never sad and blue. You brighten up my day in your own special way. Whenever you're around,
Everything was the standout track from the 1997 album, Share My World. The dark narratives of my life were replaced by a new optimism, born out of Mary's re-evaluation of her responsibilities as an artist.
When you realize that your misery can either help a person to want to live or die, your testimony, so to speak, that's enough to wake you up in a sense, you know. And my testimony was death and drugs and F the world and I don't care, and so many people felt like that. And I didn't want people listening to my music, blowing their own heads off.
Mary cut her links with Uptown and Puff Daddy, and for the first time took her career in her own hands.
When I got out of there, it was the best thing that ever happened to me in my career, because it started a whole chain of people, new people, that were happy that I left and that were cheering me and rooting me on and was like, okay, what's next? We sick of hearing you crying. We sick of hearing you want to be happy. Are you happy yet? And a lot of people were coming and saying that. So it was like, okay, I got to do something different.
Share My World went straight to the top of the album charts, triumphantly vindicating Mary's decision to take her music in a new direction. With this kind of success, it was hardly surprising that by the late 90s, every aspiring pop starlet was borrowing heavily from her ghetto fabulous rulebook.
I think Mary J. Blige brought together hip-hop and R&B in a very organic way. I mean, then I think you cut to somebody like J-Lo where it's very unnatural. You know what I mean? By then, it's popular. By then, it's profitable. So J-Lo is doing, remixes with rappers and stuff like that because it sells records, not because it's organic to what she's doing musically.
I see little pieces of me everywhere. So now that I'm out here and I made it and I survived and I look around and I see a bunch of little Mary J. Bliges running around, it's like I birthed children. I mean, there's your complete duplicates, which is like sad. It's because you want to have you in there somewhere, But then you have your Beyoncé's who was inspired by Mary J. Blige, who's taken that and made it her own and is working for her.
Beyoncé Knowles, lead singer and founder member of Destiny's Child, grew up so immersed in R&B music that she set up her own girl group at the age of 9 and began to put them through their paces.
Okay, you got it. I was just checking. Okay, you got it.
Music, to me, from the time I could even remember, was my first love, was what I loved, almost what I lived for.
You are all right just on that. With all the children.
In the beginning, we just took voice lessons and we practiced on our own because that's what we love to do. And my dad started helping us.
But he used the marketing skills he had gained working in the business world of Houston, Texas, to get the group a contract with Columbia Records in 1997.
All right. Hey, I hope y'all like surprises, because I'm about to do one right now. So I want y'all to give a big round of applause for Destiny's Child.
Destiny's Child's first single was the slow R&B of No, No, No. But the distinctive vocal style of the group only emerged when ex-Fuji star Wyclef Jean was brought in to give Destiny's Child a hip-hop edge.
They told me there's these 4 girls, I need you to do a remix, and I was like, oh no, 4 girls, I don't want to do no remix. Then I go into the room and I'm from the church, so I was like, sing a church song, you know what I'm saying? And Beyonce started singing, you know what I mean? And I was like, yeah, this is big, I'm in.